All right. So I watched my first defending Griffith why he did nothing wrong type of video. And we know it's going to be great because we have a section titled This. My biggest issues with this video is how it tends to ignore the fact that Griffith has a humongous ego and how vindictive he is, and acts as though Femto is some kind of separate entity from him. Then he talks about how the fact that we know that Griffith would never do something so vindictive as R-word Casca in order to hurt Guts, because we see that he reaches for Guts' arm during the eclipse and tries to save him. We've already established that this man is vindictive, so this was here already before the eclipse. He tried to unalive Guts because he hurt his feelings, because he tried to leave him. He is possessive, and that travels over to Femto as well. Again, pretty consistent. He's not a separate entity from Griffith. And then he goes on to say that because Griffith was stripped of his empathy when becoming Femto, that he somehow is just a whole different person. No. Why would removing empathy make him a whole different person? It just amplified the horrible stuff that was already there. And let's just talk about how awful it is to assuage him of his guilt of doing what he did to Casca simply because he lost empathy. He was in control and he chose to become what he became. If anything, I think Femto brought out a lot of his true nature. Because of course his dream of wanting a castle, of wanting a benevolent kingdom, wouldn't have needed him to R-word Casca. I hate that this video tries to make Griffith out to be a victim and just someone who wanted to make the world a better place through his kingdom, his yearning for a kingdom. He wants a kingdom because he wants power, and that is so clear. Within Falconia, this kingdom that he always wanted, he alone stands on top. He is basically an emperor, and he drove everyone to his land by merging the worlds, which merged all the beasts and made everything chaotic and unlivable, except for Falconia. How convenient. Griffith's nightmare is a selfish one, and it is telling. It's not him seeing a world that's continually ran by an evil patriarchal system with an evil king. No, it's him not having any power. Him needing to be taken care of by Casca. This pushes him forward to use the Bailet. Not salvation for the commoner, not salvation for mankind, but salvation for himself. No, these soldiers are not free game simply because they decided to fight alongside Griffith. They even established how they had dreams outside of being on the battlefield, how they wanted to use their new income and elevated status to get off the battlefield, to be safe, to open shops. But Griffith doesn't ask for their consent, which, again, very on brand for him, and he sacrifices them. I can't believe this. He wanted power and he wanted to assuage himself of guilt.